Hey, everybody, how are you today? Welcome to our Lunch and Learn. Yes, I know there is another individual here that is not normally here. I get it. Today, because we're talking about real estate prospecting and we're talking about the automation or the domination automation is what we're talking about today. And we have brought Kelly Wheeler with us, an active real estate agent who is well practiced and well versed in the farming areas and prospecting. And that's why he's here today. He's here to share his story. And of course, I've got the wonderful Vanessa Hunter with us as well today to a new automation. So welcome, everybody. Kelly, how are we doing today?
Man, I am fine. I'm loving life, Joe. Life is great. The real estate ninja is loving mailbox power.
I love it. Vanessa, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Joe. I am interested to know what people are having for lunch today as we jump into this lunch and learn. Let's ask, what are you guys having? Hey, Andrea. Hey, Natalie. Joe. Good to see you.
Yep.
Harley.
I had some charcuterie.
What did you have?
I had some charcuterie.
That just sounds wrong. I don't know.
Did you make it?
Sounds wrong.
Did you prepare it?
Yes, I made it.
I might be a little impressed. Yeah.
It was really good. I was really hungry and it just worked out for me. Anyway.
Did you use your mailbox power charcuterie board?
I did not. I did not.
That's where you lie. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
It was just me, if it was here, I couldn't do that to myself.
Yeah, you could. You could, Joe. You could. All right. Hey, Yvonne, Andrea, Alexis, Mary, good to see you guys. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're so excited about today's Lunch and Learn. As Joe said, we have a special guest with us today. Kelly Wheeler is gracing us with his presence, and we are going to show you a very, very cool new automation.
Yes, and as if you know, just 2 weeks ago, I believe, we shared 2 new automations. One was introduction to your farm area, and the other was introduction to your neighborhood. And those 2 automations are precursors to what we're getting ready to show you now, right? Precursors to what we're getting ready to show you now, or you could just use what we've got now and get right out of the gate. But I believe it'd be super helpful for you to introduce yourself to your farm area or your neighborhood before you start this automation, because this automation, the real estate prospecting domination automation, if you want to dominate an area, you're in the right spot. So Kelly, why don't you talk to us about this automation? Who's this for? What's it all about?
So guys, if you're a realtor, and let me just say this right off the bat. What I love about this automation is it's great not only for real estate agents active like myself, but for those of you that love this company and you are talking to as many people as you can about the company. This is a great product for when you're speaking to a realtor to let them know that this is available. So the thing about this, the concept for this was, as a real estate agent, times are tough. It's getting harder and harder to find listings. The inventory is low, and we're competing with power agents who have budgets of $30,000 or more a month. So how do we combat that? How do we compete against that and stay relevant? And after months of discussion with Joe and his team, I think, Joe, we've come up with, in my humble opinion, after marketing for 10 years, the best automated sellers geofarming strategy, bar none, I have ever seen. So where do you want to go with this? Because I can jump into this right away, Joe. Lead me like a horse and let me know what you want to share, because I am hands-on with this product.
Perfect. Well, let's just get to it, because literally this is the automation, and it happens to be 5 shipments, and they're all 30 days apart. Can you explain the strategy behind, why 30 days apart, and what are these pieces?
Well, let's layer this before I talk about the strategy. According to the best practices with real estate marketing for sellers, for listings, NAR has given us a criteria list of people that are most conducive to list in the next 12 months. So why our strategy is so powerful is, instead of us blanketing a whole neighborhood, right, we're targeting the perfect candidate, somebody who is more inclined to go out and list their home in the next 12 months. And automation is just simply that. It's a set it and forget it. For those of you listening to me, you're very familiar with email drip campaigns, right? You get a lead, you put them into your CRM, you attach it to a 20-day, 30-day, 3-month, whatever email campaign. And now the email automation is talking to your client for you. What this campaign does is, instead of oversaturating a neighborhood with too many postcards, and we've all been there, Joe, I think both of you guys can say you get postcards to your home. The ones that we tend to throw away are the same postcards from the same companies that come in week after week. These are designed to keep you top of mind, but not to oversaturate. So what's going to happen with this automation is it's going to go out once a month for 5 months. And it's designed to let your branding be known. And then it attaches offers that we've done market studies for as to what offer would pique the most interest. And here's what I know, Joe. We'll get into this in a minute. So far with my beta test, these have a higher rate of conversion than any other strategy I've used for listings. But the automation itself is designed to do that. You literally go in and attach a list to it, and you do it by neighborhood specific. So you automate this for specific neighborhoods, and then you just sit there and wait. The system will start sending out your product on your behalf. That's the goal with this automation.
So sit there and wait. Okay, I like that. All right, wait for your phone to ring. Hope you know what to say. All right, well, let's get to it. This is the first card out of the gate.
I love it. So remember, Joe, I said that, and let's keep this screen just like this because I love this. Do you remember we talked about, and you and I've had many Joe, you and I've had conversations like Sunday nights, right? Talking about how can we make something that would work for a real estate agent that's not generic? Because I've used generic. Generic just doesn't convert, right? I wanted something that would speak to the end user. Hey, Mr. Seller, I know you've gotten 5 emails, 10 phone calls, and maybe 2 postcards this month from realtors all wanting to list your home. Let me show you a different way. And so we've honed in a message to market. And what I love about it is every realtor's offers are different. We've built in time-tested offers on these cars, but they can automate this and they can change the offer. So if you don't like the offer we put on the card, guys, just simply hover over it, delete that, and write in your own offer. But this is the card. It's a standalone card. Help. And Joe, you like this. Tell us about that pipe first name. Why is that so important versus other people? Why is that important?
You know, it's important for the biggest reason is this. When we go to our mailbox, we're looking for one thing. That's right, your name. And when you find your name, you must engage with that piece that you find your name on. I got to tell you, it's psychology. It's just what happens. You know, I'm not looking for my kid's name, my neighbor's name, my spouse's name. I'm looking for my name. When I find it, I need to know, what does somebody want or have for me? And when you're calling them out on a postcard creatively in the headline, help, you know what I mean? Kelly, I have buyers looking for a home in your neighborhood. Have you thought about selling your home? ? That is dead on to the point. If there was any inkling or any idea that they wanted to sell their home, they are now looking at this going, well, yeah, I do. And what do I have to do? Oh, yeah, there's that big phone number down the bottom. And again, that's your phone number. Anytime you see these brackets on anything at Mailbox Power, the bottom line is this: we're customizing it for you. You don't have to touch a thing, right? Yeah. Every card is unique. This, again, Kelly, we've talked about EDDM, and EDDM is every door direct mail from the United States Postal Service. And, you know, to go out and find, you know, these specific folks in a neighborhood, you're going to have to send a postcard to everyone. And we don't do that here. We build a list of specific targeted, you know, leads, and these are the cards that go to them.
So I was ready for you, Joe, and you didn't know it. So I'm gonna flip the script on you, and I've been waiting for this. So what I did is I actually sent myself a card. Ooh. And it just so happens I sent myself that card. Can you see my name?
Can we zoom in on Kelly?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let's get in here on him so he can show solo layout. Here he goes. All right, show us again.
There you go.
Now go back, Joe. I want them to see why we did this, because this is the next genesis of why we put this program together. Absolutely. So guys, if you'll notice, we put a beautiful, like, you could send that card out just like that and it'd be fine. But remember, in our game, it's all about conversion rates. If I can convert more per 100 than the next guy, my income goes through the roof. And I have this little thing called cash flow, which means I can now add more neighborhoods. The more money I make, the larger my marketing budget. Just bottom line business, right? But guys, that picture that you see on there, we design these cards so that you literally, and here's the strategy. You pick a neighborhood you want to dominate. You want to farm that neighborhood for listings. Simply get in your car, take your smartphone, whether it's an Android. I've got a iPhone 12 Pro Max. Takes beautiful pictures. Go to the neighborhood and take about 5 pictures. The front of the neighborhood, which has the sign right there, right there. If it has a really nice playground, a pond, if it has a clubhouse, anything about that neighborhood that everybody living there would know, that's our neighborhood. Here's what happens. They look at the card. Now the card has their name on it. It's got a picture of the front of the neighborhood sign on it. The chances for them to read your card versus that generic EDDM, do you want a home evaluation, just went through the roof. And guys, wait till you see how we've made this. See, in the past, this was a 5-step process. Now we've made it simple. We've simplified the whole process. But guys, that's why I wanted you to see that. There's a real life example. Help, Kelly. There's my phone number, right? There's the card with all the offers, and it's automated. I sent that card to me because I wanted to see what it looked like, and I forgot, Joe, that I sent it to me. So the day that I got this yesterday, I believe, the day that I picked it up, I actually had 3 cards in there. One from a realtor that was generic, and one from a pizza restaurant, and one from somebody wanting to sell me chiropractic services. This is the only one with my name on it. And can I tell you, even though I know what that card is, it kind of made me feel different. Like I saw my name. There was like this feeling like, oh, that's really cool, right? Think of the psychological advantage you now have over other people. So I just wanted you guys to see a real life example of what that looked like.
No, I appreciate that. There's 2 things here that make it personal. It's the name, and they're also being identified with a picture of something from their neighborhood. You know, like Kelly said, you don't have to, but boy, those 2 things start to come together and boom, you got it. Sorry, Vanessa, I think I stepped on you there.
No. I just want to make sure people understand that when we use merge fields, that allows you to just grab those names out of your database automatically, or as we say, automagically. So it's variable print on demand that it plops in the names of anyone in your contact base or in your mailing list, puts it in that merge field. And anytime you see that bracket, first name, bracket, or you see it down further on the card with the return phone, anytime you see that, that's a merge field that is recognized in our system, and it's going to pull the information straight out of your contacts or your mailing list. So with that, I also want to stress that you could send this card as it is with all the information as it is on here. Kelly is kind of giving us a little education here because he's already test marketed these. He's already figured out what works. But if you don't have the same offer, as Kelly said earlier, all of this information is editable. We highly recommend that you edit this information, not the bracket, because that's going to pull straight out of the database, but the other information on here, the special offers, whatever it may be, along with that neighborhood photo that's right on the front of the card. You can switch that out with the neighborhood that you're targeting. And I just want to make sure that you do know how flexible this particular piece of mail and every piece of mail in this automation is.
That's perfect. And guys, this is designed literally. I did this 2 times before we got on here. I went ahead and set up an automation, and literally by the time I installed the automation, set the correct picture on all 5 cards, I was in and out in 5 minutes, Joe.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Ready to go.
So that's card number 1, folks. Let's show them card number 2.
Yes.
Same thing. Personalized to their first name. A great message. The market's on fire, right? Yeah. And taking Joe off of one of your comments that you made to me, your friendly neighborhood realtor again. Hey guys, guess what? I'm back.
Yes. Because it's the precursor to these ones that I'm going to share eventually.
That's right. And that picture is editable.
Yep.
That picture is a placeholder we put on there for you guys, where you could literally send that if you want, just like that, or use my strategy to increase conversions and simply add a picture of the neighborhood, something that they would know, literally upload it, and it goes over there automatically, and you can even move it around. I've already done it. Joe's super graphics team has got it to where we can move it around and then save it, and second card is now done, ready to go for that automation.
So we have a new merge field on here. It's called our image auto merge. And you see that down on the front of the card, right beside the return phone. That is pulling your profile logo. So if you have a logo for your real estate business or for your personal branding or whatever that may be, and you have loaded that up, again, this is pulling that information straight out of our database and putting it on that card for you, so you don't have to go in and individually modify that at all. Like Kelly said, go ahead and put the neighborhood that you're farming, plop that right into that picture spot on the front there. But everything else is going to be pulling straight from the database with those image auto merge and the merge fields.
Love it. Love it.
And make sure, Joe, I talk to agents all the time about this. Guys, make sure in your dashboard, when you're done watching this video, whether you see it live or you see this recorded, stop what you're doing, go into your Mailbox Power dashboard, and make sure you have the following items: the correct phone number, the correct email. If you have a website, make sure that's in there correctly, the correct spelling of your name, and also a profile picture of yourself and your logo. Make sure all of those inside the dashboard are in. Otherwise, if you don't, your card's going to show up exactly like that, and it's just going to it's going to look terrible. So just make sure those are done.
If you're using the image auto merge field and you did not have a profile logo, that would just print blank. That just wouldn't show up at all.
Okay. Which still to me looks terrible. So just make sure you guys have it. And if you're not using it, delete that image field right there and get it out of the way. But what a great thing. It's literally automated everything. I don't, other than changing the picture out, the card's ready to go. Now we're on second card, ready to go.
But great point there, Kelly, that you made in going into your profile in Mailbox Power and double checking the spelling of everything. Actually have someone else look at it, because we can overlook and read things the way we want to read them, and we might not catch a spelling error. So make sure you do that. I can't tell you how many people send out things with the wrong website, with the wrong email, with a typo in it. And then what happens? Nobody can get in touch with you because you've got the wrong info, or you've transposed numbers in a phone number.
So I love this. So we open up with a card that says, I have buyers for you. The second one is the housing market's on fire. Let's go to the third one. Where are we at?
Third one?
Booyah. Now tell me, guys, about the insert city. Is that something that we're manually, because that's one of the things I was asking the designers. It's got the insert city. So are we going to, that's not an automatic thing right there. We just have to insert the city that you're geo farming in, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
correct.
Now you could, if you wanted to set up your contacts correctly, you could actually assign a merge field to that. So that if you're using, for example, if I was in real estate, I would use, say, merge field 10, for example, as my custom merge field for the city that person lives in, so that when I do that, I could just insert a merge field there that says merge field 10 or merge 10. It's not merge field, merge 10. And that would pull the city straight out of my contacts. So
Correct.
I could automate that. Or you can come in and modify this card for each city that you're working in.
Now, on this card, you can do one of two things. Up until just right now, it kind of dawned on me. I've done this two ways. I can bring a picture of the neighborhood and it will go in that card right there. The only thing I would have to do is make sure that the text is readable through that picture. But for me, I've already done 2 months worth of cards with pictures. That to me grabs me, Joe, right? That white with the red back, it kind of grabs me. I think it would pique my interest. So this will be your call, agent, on whether you want to put a picture on the front of this card behind the text. I kind of like having that. That speaks to me right there.
Well, this is a greeting card that comes in an envelope with the recipient's name on the envelope. So this isn't a postcard. This is an actual greeting card. And as you can see on the right, you can see where, it's folded out, where you can see the inside contents as well. So we're changing up the medium a little bit. So I think we've got medium postcards, greeting cards, and small postcards that are all involved with this automation. So yeah, we're getting to it. We're loving it.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
Lots of folks asking where they can find these cards, this automation.
We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to it. Okay.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're getting to it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Kelly, talk to us about this one.
So this one, actually, guys, I really, really like because, and Joe, can you make the screen bigger for me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this one I really like because like the other cards, the offers on the back, it's all editable. But on here, it's benefits specifically for Jim, Joe, Kelly, whoever that homeowner is, right? And there's the offers attached to specific pictures that really bring your eye to it. Hey, if you find the buyer, you pay me nothing, right? So these are offers. You can change that. If you find the buyer, save thousands on commissions, right? If I find the buyer, you whatever. No long-term listing agreements with me. Guys, that's just basically, and if you're a realtor, you know what I mean, easy exit listing. If they want to cancel, I let them cancel. Insane marketing strategy. To understand what that strategy is, you got to see me, right? I've got access to hundreds of qualified buyers. That's a whole nother training. And for you agents, I'm going to release a video for that one. That's a killer one. I provide free moving boxes. If you don't want to give them moving boxes, just put something else there. I'll clean your home. Cost me $160 to send my maids to clean a home. If I'm going to make a $9,000 commission, I'm going to clean their home for them. These are offers no other agent, Joe, is making. So that's why we put these on the card for you to have a fighting chance against those power agents dominating your area because they have cash flow. So this card is a great card because it highlights your offers on the front of the card as well as the back of the card. And again, that picture can be changed out for something in their neighborhood that you shot with your iPhone.
I love it. I love it all. This is awesome. And every 30 days, something
every
goes
30
out.
days.
Love it. Okay. And I love that, you're giving them the ability to, really compete, like you said, with these super agents and, all these offers are there. Retype it. I'm sure this is all edible. So.
Well, it is.
Awesome.
And when we show the last card, Joe, let's everybody keep in mind what Joe just said, reiterating what I said about competing, because I'm going to share with you a personal experience I've had with this program. And if you're thinking of kicking off now and watching the version after it's recorded, you're going to kick yourself in the face because I'm going to share with you my results on this program when we look at the last card. So be ready.
Right.
Get the
no
popcorn.
Kicking yourself in the face, though. Forget that.
No.
Okay.
Just hit yourself over the head with an empty water bottle.
Before we go there, Kelly, can you please speak to the fact that we say scan the QR code to learn more about my program? Where does that go? Obviously, people are going to have to drop in a QR code or delete that text.
Correct.
Either one.
So,
but where does yours go? Tell us how you're using it.
Okay, so unfortunately, and this is just Joe, you and I didn't have a chance to look at the slide deck. The actual finished product, which is the same cards you have, actually have right next to that scan, it has a spot placeholder for the QR code. So guys, here's how it's going to work. And I've already recorded the videos for this, Joe, but let me just reiterate. I absolutely think every agent should create a 1 to 3 minute video of you talking about your offers. Hi, this is Kelly, the Real Estate Ninja. Thank you so much for scanning this. I'd love to share with you what makes me different, how I think you can save thousands and some of you tens of thousands of dollars on my program, and what I do that will impact your family. The first thing that I do, blah, 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 whatever your offers are, right? Now you can go do a free website, Joe, called Loom, LOOM.com, get a free account. You can create a 1 to 3 minute video or upload a video, and it gives you a website URL. That's what you need. And then from that URL, you can do one of two things. You can go to Canva and create a QR code, and then download that and upload that and make that your QR code, or something Joe showed me, you can go to Google with that website, and there's a little thing now on Google where you can create a QR code directly on Chrome browser. So if you don't know how to do that, just go to YouTube and scan how to create a QR code. But guys, that's where your marketing is going to be at the next level, where every other agent is sending call me or text me or email me to get your free home evaluation. I can, instead of doing a video, I can send them to a home evaluation link in a QR code. Get to know QR codes. Send them to a scheduling calendar if they want to schedule a meeting with you. Get to know these QR codes, and literally on the finished version, Joe, there's a spot right next to that with a placeholder. They just have to drag it over and it populates.
Wow.
Does that make sense, Vanessa?
Absolutely. Love it. I love I love the use of QR codes, and anybody who's been to a restaurant in the past 2 years knows how to use a QR code
Scan
scanner.
this for your menu.
Yeah, exactly. Scanners for the menu. You just pull out your phone and turn it to the camera mode, and you can scan anything these days. So
Yep.
it's really, really cool. Laura Ricksecker says you can record a video directly in Canva if you had the paid account, then immediately convert it to a QR code. And you don't have to worry that the QR code will be deactivated. Thank you for that, Laura. Great tip from a Canva power user right there.
Boom, I love it.
One more thing about the QR codes, by the way. So if you have a QR code and you have it listed as private, the only people that will use the QR code are people that are getting your postcards, right? Which means you're going to be able to track another piece of data that says, oh, I sent out 200 postcards and 50 people watched this video, but nobody called me. Maybe I need to work on my video a little bit. I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway,
Now,
just
off topic. Last thing about QR codes. For those of you that follow our FSBO program, I prefer to do a QR code specific to that client. So if Mr. and Mrs. Rickenbacker listed their home as a FSBO, I'm actually going to pull up their home on Zillow, and I'm going to have that as my backdrop and say, hey guys, Kelly here, the real estate ninja, just want to tell you blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to be talking, Mr. and Mrs. Rickenbacker, I'd love to tell you blah, blah, blah. I'm going to personalize that. And then that's going to be my QR code. Can I tell you, I've had them call me. Funny story, Joe. I sent a QR code to a FSBO that I ended up listing her $500,000 home. And I attached the wrong video to the QR code, which is what made her call me. Because, and if y'all know me, I don't really do a lot of cussing, right? I just don't. But on this one, I shot the video and it was a perfect video. But at the very end, I messed up and I said something like, oh shit, right? I mean, I'm sorry, I did. And so what happened was, that's the video I sent her.
Oh boy.
And she called me and I got the listing. But personalize it if you can on these QR codes. They're amazing.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay, let's get to it. We're almost at the bottom of the hour. Okay, here we are. I know too much content.
The last card is basically a duplication of the first card, and this is where you guys can change out the picture. If you notice, hello is in white now, and we've moved the text to the bottom. And then if you superimpose the picture of the neighborhood, hello stays there, and your picture will go right there. And again, the offers are on the back of the card. You've got the ability to put the QR code. It's got your phone number. And this will be the 5th card in the series. And what I do at this point, Joe, is if I'm still farming that neighborhood, I'm going to go in and reset the automation for the next month, for the next 5 months. So I'm just going to reset that whole campaign out, change out the pictures. And now I've got a 10-month automation literally in minutes as opposed to hours. And let this thing, I prefer to farm a neighborhood for a solid year. That's where you're going to get the most massive results on this campaign. Now, Joe, if you go back to the full screen with all of us, I want to share it with everybody because I know we're running out of time, my experience with this. All right. Please. So guys, about 4 months ago, I went ahead and shot a FSBO card out in a neighborhood, and it's not far from my home. And I got the FSBO. I sold the FSBO, made $10,000 commission on that FSBO, right? Happy day. The ninja struck. And I said, let's try this new program. Let's start farming this neighborhood. And so a couple months ago, I started farming the neighborhood with this new system. And then I sent the first card and got nothing, which I'm in this for the long haul. The second go round, 2 listings. I just am ready. I'm ready right now for the third card to go out. I'm 3 listings between the FSBO card and the seller domination. I'm at $25,000 GCI, guys. I've spent $142. There's only 90 homeowners I'm marketing to in that neighborhood. I've spent $140 rough dollars for $26,000, $27,000 in commission. Guys, pick 2 to 5 neighborhoods and get into this new sellers geofarming domination campaign and commit to it. You don't have to commit to it. Just launch the campaign and it'll run with you sleeping, right? And watch what happens to these sellers as they get your 3rd or 4th card. They're like, you know what? We got to call that person. We need to sell, right? That's where the magic happens.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. 3 listings. Yeah, 2 from this automation, one from
the FSBO, and all of it mailbox power. Best conversions I've ever seen, bar none, in 10 years of marketing.
Okay, so hold on. I got to get this straight. For everybody, you spent $142.
Yes, sir.
Right? You got 3 listings and gross commissional income of
about $27,000.
Yeah, $27,000.
Because one of the listings is now a buyer. So really, I got 4 deals.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
So you
you
sell
don't
one.
understand, guys, what you guys don't understand is we all are, oh, I need buyers. If you want a buyer, go get a seller because they're going to be buying a home. So if you go out and check it this way, Joe, dominate a neighborhood with this system for 1 year. Might cost you $90 a month, might cost you $150 a month. Well worth it because a Zillow lead is $500 a month for one. Now we're talking to 90 to 200 people. Do this for a solid year. If you got 5 listings, right? That's still one more than the average real estate agent gets all year long. If you get 5 listings in one neighborhood, 3 of those are going to be buying. That's 8 transactions off of this program. If you spent $1,200 for the entire year for that neighborhood, look at the return in your value. I would trade $100. I would trade a dollar bill all day long for 100 any day, twice on Sunday. And that's what I'm doing with this. I'm literally giving Joe and Mailbox Power and Justin and the whole company and Vanessa, I'm giving you guys a penny. I'm getting $1 back. That's how good this program's been.
Well, can you talk about one more thing for us, Kelly, before we kind of wrap this thing up? And that is this. I am going to show everybody where to find this, by the way. Before we get off of this call, I'll show you where to find everything you just saw today. But Kelly, when we started talking about this, you started talking about scalability.
Yes.
Can you talk about that just for a second?
Yes, sir. So let's say you're watching me right now and you're budget conscious. And a lot of realtors are, right? It's not like you have $500 a month to dedicate to geofarming for sellers. What this program does is it allows you to start. I say start with 1 at least. Find a neighborhood with 90 to 150, 200 home sellers that meet the criteria and then start farming them. As you get a listing and you close that listing, and that's going to be worth $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 to you in a commission check, add the next neighborhood. Now you're doing 2. Now you're doubling your efforts and doubling your results. So now 2-3 months from now, you've got 2 closings. Scalability. Now you've predicted the model. We call it predictable scalability, Joe. You've predicted it. Now that you've got your second or third closing, Katie bar the door. I'm going for 5, 6, 7 neighborhoods, and it's over. It's game over. A lot of agents spend years wondering, how the heck am I going to compete with these power agents with this massive budget? Well, do you guys understand? They didn't start at $30,000 a month. They scaled their business to where they can now spend 30 to get 300,000. So all we're saying to you is learn. This isn't magic. Learn how to use this very simple system. Implement it. If you start with 1 neighborhood, get you a closing, I would automatically add that second neighborhood and so forth and so on until you have hit the economic goals to which you got into real estate for. And this by far is the best pathway I know. If you follow me on social media and you trust me, this is one of the easiest, if not the easiest I've done to get results if you're consistent with it.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. All right. We got a little bit of work to do still. Let's show that PDF really quick. I think we need to see this. Listen, there is a PDF and it's basically, it's a playbook, literally a playbook. Now, what is happening here in this PDF is it tells you exactly what's being sent, what each piece talks about. It's giving you a description, what's being sent, the branding and pictures. But here's the big deal. The list builder attributes. It shares with you exactly how to go build the list using List Builder with what you need to check off to get the appropriate list to find the sellers. This is business in a box for realtors, literally, like right here, done. Here's the PDF and go. Really, really trying to make this easy. I also wanted to show everybody, let me share a screen really quick or see if I can do this. Share screen and a Chrome tab and Mailbox Power. Here we go. Okay. So I want to show really quickly where to find this, because this is what you're looking for. So I'm going to start back at the home page just to make sure everybody's aware. So I'm in the home page. I come down here to Design Catalog. If I go to Industries at the very bottom and then choose Real Estate, if you scroll, the very first thing, the very first listing is this. And yes, it is free for now. So I would highly recommend any realtors watching this, go grab this. And when you click on it, it's going to open up and here it is. So here's all the designs ready to use. All you have to do is add to your account and it will create an automation for you. It'll create a group for your contacts, the whole thing ready to rock and roll.
Joe,
So-
do me a favor, just so these, and guys, we're going to be having videos by this weekend inside of your university that walks you through the playbook that we're also giving you. Joe, real quick before we go, hit automations tab for me.
Oh, yeah.
I want to show them because I want to show them a different backdoor, the way that we train on the video. And we're not going to do the whole thing, but just hit the automations tab, guys. So if you're going to do this, there's a button at the very top that says install an automation. Go ahead and click it.
Okay.
Click that. I want you to drop down the category. Guys, this is how it's all now contained in automation. You don't even have to do all of that. Go and select the category, home sellers, go down to the bottom, install the automation.
Yep. Give it a
Click
name.
Test, Joe, whatever you want to call it, blah, blah, blah.
There you hold on. Henderson Farm, right?
There you
Got
go.
it.
Yep. Hit
All
install. But before you do the next step, hit OK. And guys, this is what I'm saying. Everything is now contained in automation. Go and click the button at the bottom that says return to automation. Instead of going to save projects, we're going to automation. And then there it is. It's installing. Now, we're not going to get that go full throttle here because we've got videos that we're releasing to you. But inside of that, once it's done installing, it automatically activates the account. That's now for Henderson Farm. And he can go into that shipment and edit each card inside the automation. Done. Game over.
That is true. That's what we love about this system, right?
Yes,
making it easy, baby. Making it easy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Awesome.
So just wanted to make sure everybody was aware that all that's there. The PDF will get added today. I'm not sure why it's not there. I did notice that I'm not seeing it. It does need to be there. We'll get that added today for sure.
So where it will be added, Joe, just so people know, when you go and click on the automation itself, if you go into the design catalog, it'll be right there after you click on, after you choose that particular automation, it will be right, the PDF will be right there, and it will say like download the flyer. So so you'll know, and you'll be able to get to this PDF. So this is so, I'm telling you what, Kelly, listening to you, I'm not in real estate. Well, I'm not a realtor. I'm not a realtor, and I want to be a realtor.
Come on, I'm hiring.
I am in real estate. I love real estate. I love, but I really love the way you approach things. Whether you're looking for a buyer or a seller, it's two sides of the same coin.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Think about it, Vanessa, Joe. If you were going to sell your house right now, where are you going to live?
Yeah.
So that's why our Seller Domination Geofarm, it's so much more than just getting a listing. We're increasing your conversion rate and giving you the opportunity to work with additional buyers by simply listing their homes. Oh, I could go on and on, Joe, and I know we don't have time, but wow, this system is amazing.
And Kelly's so right, though. The realtor that helped me buy my current home also sold my last home. And of that, I referred him to 9 other people. He got 9 other transactions
Jesus
out of that.
Christ, hallelujah.
Yeah.
I look for people like her. I look for people like her. I just got religious right there thinking about that. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, last words, Kelly. Any last words?
Guys, a lot of stuff's coming your way. This is part 1. Not gonna give the goodies out, but we've got 4 other goodies coming your way in the next 3 to 4 months. You wait. We have met, Joe. We've come together. We have made this so easy for real estate agents. If you're not using it at the level that I am, guess what? Within a couple weeks, you're going to be there. This system was, I feel like Mailbox Power was made for realtors, but it's any business, right? But if you're a realtor, get ready, guys, because we're about to change the game. Some of you have been wanting to know how you're going to level up your business. Hang with us over the next couple months. I promise you that the game is changing, and we have done it. We've cracked the code. We put our heads together, and I cannot wait. I want everybody that's watching this, either live or recorded, come back to this in the next 4 to 6 weeks and let us hear your testimonies. Send them a 30, 45-second video testimony on how this has changed the game for your business. If you do like I did, this thing's going to change your life as a real estate agent. And it's going to bring that thing, Joe, that we all want as realtors. Are you ready? Cash flow.
Cha-ching.
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 Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. Vanessa, what are you thinking? Any last words?
Oh my goodness, this has been such a fun lunch and learn, and it has been so interesting learning all of this from you, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us today. Guys, if you missed this or you caught us halfway through, you can watch the entire thing over on youtube.com/mailbox power, this lunch and learn, and any other lunch and learn that we've recorded. And of course, as Kelly said, if you have testimonials, if you put this to use, and Kelly, what's the minimum amount of time they should try this out?
The most time they're going to spend is getting in their car, going and taking the pictures. That's a 45-minute trip right there. Okay. Literally, when you have the pictures, you can set these automations up in about 10 to 15 minutes per neighborhood.
And how long? So they should let this one run. This is going to go every 30 days for
5 months. 5 months is how we've designed it, but it's designed for you to layer. So if you do a 5 month on month 6, just redo this entire 5 month for month 6 through 10 or 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So for the first 10 months, you can just duplicate it and make it go again. And then just all I say is on the next 5 months, just change out the pictures and maybe change out an offer or two. Keep it fresh, but literally you can launch these campaigns like that, literally. And imagine today when an agent can be launching 10 of these geofarms, Joe. That's the goal. 10 of these, and you have achieved in real estate what we call nirvana. You're going to have as much business. You're going to hire people. If you can get to the point where you can cash flow and maintain 10 of these geofarms going at one time, it's game over.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate your time today. I know it's your most valuable asset. I hope you got value from this. I know I did. I'm excited. I even want to be a realtor now, just like Vanessa and Kelly. And I know he said he's hiring, but I think I've got a pretty good job here and a pretty good gig going on. So I'm going to stay right where I'm at and keep doing what I'm doing, providing the right tools, for realtor success, as well as, Kelly, there are a few other folks out using this other than realtors. Just thought I'd let you know.
Yes, sir. And I'm excited. It's coming.
All right, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for being with us today. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.